Hello everyone and welcome back to another Over a Beer. Today we want to talk about the MMO market yet again, but with a little bit different take. We're going to kick that off for you right now. Alright, so the recent news surrounding Amazon's New World getting leaked got me thinking a little bit about the development of MMOs and I guess even just games in general. The question I have for you boys today is, should a company keep a game secret as long as possible, or should they show it off as the game develops? The obvious example for showing it off as they develop it is Ashes of Creation, and I don't think I need to make any examples out of the ones that don't show it off. So I'm going to hand it off to Blizzard to kick this one off.
Blizzard? Is that my new name?
Oops. So I'm going to hand this off to Blistered.
Blistered? Bastard. Off to a rocky start. Good to go.
I'm going to hand this off to Blister to kick this off.
Alright, so I can understand why a company would want to, kind of shelter their people from, or when I say people, I mean their fans, from their games. It kind of leaves that sense of mystery, and it keeps people more excited if they don't, because they don't know what's going to be out there. They could be going into a game completely blind and end up not liking it, and I mean that's a positive for the company because I mean they're still going to get their money. But for the average customer, like player, gamer, like us three, I don't see a reason why you'd want to hide what you're doing in your game. I mean, you're going to get so much creative feedback from the community, and this could be improved by doing this. This could be improved by doing this. I mean, there's tons of games that have done that in the past, and it's only helped them.
Well, it's kind of like what helps businesses in general. It's like if you can have your client base give you feedback as you're developing something, especially if that thing is software, but just in general as well, you're going to make a better product in general. I could see some reasons why companies would not want to share information, especially if they're like, if they have a very, very new type of game or game mechanic that they know on that game mechanic alone they're going to gain a lot of money, then there's actually a good reason to keep it secret, because if it can be built, it can be replicated, right? So you don't want somebody else going to market before you. But pending that, I can't see any real reason why you would want to shelter your potential clients from your game early, especially if you're going to start to build hype around it and get feedback to make the game better.
That's true, but you can create negativity against the game too, and even Ashes of Creation gets a lot of negative comments, and I think it's because people just don't understand how game development works. They see this early alpha of a game with shitty animations and shitty graphics because they're just working on like the core content of the game that makes things work. They're not working on that shit yet, and they don't understand that, so it really gives a bad taste in the mouth for the game.
One thing I do want to point out is I don't know if Nova said this, but this is not including like alpha testers that get an invite with the NDAs for not talking about the game. We're talking about those. That's not the kind of open development we're talking about.
Yeah, and to be fair, Ashes of Creation until today has actually been under an NDA, even in their alpha testing. They've just been showing the game off to people.
Yeah, they've been showing the game off. I mean, like once a month they have a thing on Twitch where they show off new stuff about the game, don't they? Yeah,
typically. But we're gonna start seeing a lot because the NDA is down now. But I actually do agree with you guys mostly that I think that the open development's better. But I can see how, even looking at the amount of people hating on New World, I can see how they wouldn't want to quite show that off yet, just because people don't understand.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate against that. I actually think even the bad publicity or the bad reaction is a good thing for the game, because if they spent another 2 years, didn't get any of that bad reaction during the development, and then released the game with all of the things that were going to get them bad reaction anyway, then they've wasted way more resources developing something, when if they had gotten the feedback earlier, they could have steered the ship a little bit and then made their product better with that 2 years of development.
I don't know much about 1.0 of Final Fantasy 14, but it seems like that's the exact kind of example that you're trying to show.
Oh yeah, no, you're exactly right. That, like, if they would have gotten that feedback way earlier, Final Fantasy 14 would have not released, and they would have waited another year or two to release it.
I'll lead this into a secondary question on the same subject. If a company such as Amazon wants to delay the game a little bit, when do you think they should start to release information or something? Because they do things like, hey, we're making a new game to try to get some publicity, and then they completely block people from seeing the game for months and years. So where in the line do they come out with it if they're going to take the secretive approach?
I would say so long as you're not releasing anything that is like new IP or new gameplay dynamics that really are going to get you money, so long as it's not that information, I would say early and often. I mean, the more that you can test the waters with people early and often, the better your product is going to be in general. So that, yeah, early and often.
I'd have to agree with that. Because, I mean, the more you actually go and communicate with your community about this is what we're doing now, this is what we're working towards. Kind of like, I know Chronicles of Elyria has lost a lot of its momentum here, but I mean, every week I still get a newsletter from them saying, this is what we did this week, this is what we're looking forward to doing, and like these are all the lore updates that we've made. I mean, that's great communication. It's great to know what they're doing with their game, and like none of that has happened with Amazon right now.
Which is crazy because they should have, from what we saw of it, and then subsequently got the ban hammer from Amazon about my video. It's a great game. So like, I don't know why they're not releasing all of this information earlier. Like, it would only benefit them to do so.
I mean, I can understand if it was like a story-driven thing and you don't want to give away the story of it, but it doesn't seem like it's a story-driven game. It's a sandbox game. But
that's just the way people have always done it in the game industry, right?
Yeah, products in general. This is more of like a big company thing. They're so scared that somebody else is going to see their idea and take it. And I mean, fine for your original IP. But for anything that's not original, get people's input. The crowd can give you at least some information that you're not going to be able to get internally.
Yeah, I mean, there's examples out there of companies not doing it this way, but I think looking at the new upcoming MMOs, we're starting to see more of a crowdsourced idea pool or something.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you've had Chronicles of Elyria, you've had Star Citizen. There's been plenty of fun crowd-funded MMOs that are coming out lately. It's not just a new thing. It's been for a while, and it's starting to get even bigger.
Well, all right, guys. It was a good little chat today. We'll keep this one semi-short for the viewers. Give us your feedback below. Should companies start moving into what I'll call the ashes of creation method of showing off the game early and often and explaining what's going on and taking feedback and actually making changes to the game based on that feedback? What do you guys think? Thanks, everyone, and get good, scrubs.
See y'all in the next one.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and especially Blizzturd. Hey, it's Ratted here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel. We put out multiple new videos each week, and we appreciate all of your support. Thanks for watching, everyone, and cheers.